Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel Shelly's Millions. In today's video, we're going to talk about a couple things. One, we're going to talk about Florida is also going to be giving stimulus checks back to their residents. So that's interesting because Florida is normally not one of the states that likes to participate in that kind of thing. And the other thing that I want to talk about is the car loan bubble and getting your car repossessed. I don't want that to happen to any of my viewers. So we're going to just go over 2 quick tips on how to avoid getting your car repossessed. And then, hi, Michael. And then also, we're trying, I've already been trying, it's open, the Mr. Beast chocolate. I feel like that's the easiest way to tell someone's a content creator if you have Mr. Beast stuff. So he just added 2 new chocolate flavors. I'm trying to win a Tesla. That's never a good plan, to try and win stuff. The odds aren't ever very good, but they come with codes where you can win a Tesla. I don't have a link. This is the chocolate sea salt, and it's really good. Hi, sugar sprinkles. Oh my goodness, what is wrong with me? You're on work at year 10. That's good timing. I am tired. Hi, Mal. Oh, it's so good to see all of you. Sugar sprinkles, email me my website. It is not vegan, this chocolate, but where does it say? It's made with only 5 ingredients. I actually think my mom could eat this. And I think it would be so cute if my mom did like a Mr. Beast chocolate video. Sugar sprinkles, you can reach out to me on Instagram. It's Shelly's _millions, or my website email doesn't seem to be working. So try emailing me at Shelly's Billions with a B instead of Shelly's Millions with an M. So here, we're going to talk about this Mr. Beast chocolate for a second since someone asked. It's not vegan, but now I have chocolate on my fingers. Okay, so there's 2 servings in a chocolate bar, which I feel like is normal. But here's like the stuff that my mom looks at. My mom looks at the total carbs, right? Because my mom's diabetic. And there's 16 total carbs, which I feel like it would be a lot, but it's not a lot in terms of like other chocolate. This is definitely going to melt all over my fingers. And then the total sugars is 14 grams, which I feel like isn't bad. Like, I mean, that's a lot. Chocolate is going to have sugar in it, but it's not nearly as bad as like other chocolate. So, Mr. Beast chocolate, the sea salt, chocolate sea salt is good. I like this one better than the other 3 flavors he put out. Okay, I'm going to open a separate tab. I'm going to give you guys the best tips that I know. Melvig just added it to Amazon, the Mr. Beast chocolate. Otherwise, you have to go to Feastables. Sounds good, sugar sprinkles. I'll be on the lookout for that. Yeah. So either message me on Instagram or Shelly's Billions with a B at gmail.com. Shelly's Billions at gmail.com. And guys, I wore mascara last night to work, and I have not bothered to try and like take it off from underneath my eye this morning. I slept in. I got off at 1 a.m. So I can get the Mr. Beast bars on Amazon now, and they're really good. I probably should have read the 5 ingredients, but this isn't about the Mr. Beast chocolate bar. It's a product of Peru, which is interesting. Anyway, the ingredients are cane sugar, organic chocolate liquor, organic cocoa butter, sea salt, and sunflower lecithin. Allergen information may contain peanuts, tree nuts, milk, soy, and wheat, but it's good. That's really good. And yeah, I feel like I don't even really like chocolate, so I literally bought it because it was like, buy this to get a chance to be in a Mr. Beast video and win a Tesla. And you guys know I'm trying to manifest that Tesla. So here we go. So far I haven't won. I still have one more package to open. Anyway, car repossession. All the finance channels are talking about the car loan bubble and car repossessions, and I don't want that to happen to any of you guys. So I'm gonna eat this last piece of chocolate. I'm gonna take a sip of coffee, try and wake up. I slept in way too late. I didn't even light my light today. Maybe I should light my light. Is that like a euphemism, like if my light's not lit, let's light my light. Also chocolate on my fingers. It's not melt proof. There we go. All right. We're getting our life together. We're lighting the light. We've got our light lit. Okay. And now we're looking at our fingers on camera. YouTube. Because why not? For the world to see. Okay. Also, I haven't seen it yet, but I'm really excited about the movie Nope. I know sometimes Debbie pops in and asks about the movies at the weekend. And Nope was the #1 movie for us this weekend. I'm super excited about it. It's been sold out for days in advance. All right. Car repossessions, though, because we can't have that. You guys, I'm not doing that for you guys. Also, we might look into, maybe I'll just share with you guys while I Google. Oh, that's okay, sugar sprinkles. Yeah, 10-minute breaks are short, but thank goodness. I did hear that the mask mandate is coming back. So this is for Los Angeles County. Our cases are on the rise. And so the mask mandate's coming out. Most of my employees feel more comfortable wearing the masks anyway. And I have to admit, I'm getting you know, at this point, we've been wearing masks a long time. We're customer facing. And I think most of the people that I work with still feel more comfortable wearing a mask. And so I'll take it off if I'm like in the office by myself, or like if I'm just going to be walking through the hallway really quick by myself. But when I'm around my coworkers, I try and really have the mask on. Just quite honestly, like we need to, I want to try and keep everyone healthy because we're busy. So, I mean, like obviously if someone's sick, I don't want them to come to work, but I would rather them just not get sick. So if I can do something to help them not get sick, then I'm going to try and do that. Yeah, I don't mind it. I mean, I don't love it either. Sometimes like when you're running around, like yesterday, I sort of felt like I was like sucking it in when I was like running around, but it was fine. Okay. Car loan bubble, how to avoid it. I'm going to share the screen. We're going to Google. So the 2 tips that I have are, one, if you're in a car that you can't afford, if you can get out of that car loan without without being penalized, I would really recommend it. Like if you just know that you can't afford that car payment, trade it in either for something used or for something cheaper. A Kia Forte, Hyundai, somebody said a Ford Focus. Now, this might be terrible, but like sometimes when there's so many rumors about a certain car, I have to start to believe them. Mel, I haven't said anything about the gas rebate yet. They're now calling that the middle class tax refund, and they're not going out till October. And the most a single person would get with no dependents would be $350. The most like a married couple with dependents would get, the most you would get here in California is $1,050. There were 20 states planning on giving out stimulus checks in 2022, but now Florida is actually added to that. But I want to talk about the cars really quick. Okay, so First Entertainment Credit Union. You guys know that that's one that I'm always recommending. So let's see if we can just get the rates. Yeah. Okay, look. I'm sorry, guys. You got to check this out because I don't know if you saw that before it. Yeah, look at this. Refinancing an existing auto loan and lower your rate by as much as 2%. Oh, I don't know about that. Well, whatever. Use code BYR 2022. That's not my that's not my referral code. I don't know what that is. But I did ultimately go with this company. I refinanced my car 3 times and I lowered my car payment, which meant I still paid off the car in the same amount of time, but I refinanced it to make the payments lower. Oh, okay, look, here we go. Okay, well, this is a new car, but look, new or used. We offer lots of great rate discount options to earn you rates as low as 1.49% APR when you take advantage of up to 3 discount offers. 0.25% on a green auto discount on electric cars, 0.25% discount with automatic loan payments from a First Entertainment checking account, 0.25% discount for a loan to value of less than 80%, and a 0.25% discount for a current auto insurance policy with our subsidiary member benefits insurance services. No prepayment penalties, which means you can pay off your loan early. You don't get penalized. Easy application process. Like I said, I refinance with them. I can vouch for that. Free pre-approvals, 120% financing available. I do not recommend that. That means that they would give you instead of just giving you enough for the car, they could give you more than the car is worth. And if you're looking for a car, you can get pre-approved. Now let's check the auto loan rates. Boop, 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 boop. All right. Well, okay. So rates as low as and this looks like it would be for a new car, would be 1.49%. They're saying that there's rates of up to 8%. And again, this is if you're buying a new or used car originally. This isn't the refinance rate, but look how low these rates are just for buying a new car. So I should be partnered with First Entertainment because I'm always telling people about them. And you don't need to be a member of the entertainment industry to use their services. Let me see if it'll give us the BYR stands for beat your rate. So reduce your rate, an offer too good to miss. So this is if you need to refinance. And lower your rate by as much as 2%. Well, hopefully they can beat your rate by more than 2%. And guys, I actually refinanced my car loan 3 times. So the first time I just financed through Toyota. I needed the car that day. I didn't have financing in place. I needed to get in, get out. I want to say that my rate was 2.99%. From there, I got an offer from Claremont Toyota and in Southern California. And they were like, come onto our lot. Let us see if we can get you a better deal. And it was like, I think I said $1,000 last time. But there's no way that they gave you $1,000 just to go and see, but it was like $100, right? And something that I learned from Graham Stephan is sort of always try and be making money. Always try and value your time as money. And I think I was going to be hanging out with my mom anyway. And I was like, Mom, I got this offer to refinance my car. Mel, I think you can refinance a lease. I think you can. Anyway, so I got this offer from Claremont Toyota that was like, let us give a shot at refinancing your car. Come onto the lot, pay $100. And it was weird. I was convinced they were going to try and sell me a new car, even though my car was still pretty new. I think my car was less than a year old when I went to Claremont Toyota to refinance it. And Claremont Toyota refinanced it, I want to say to 1.99%. And they gave me $100 just for going. So I was going to be hanging out with my mom anyway. So I kind of live out in the West LA area. My mom lives I don't want to say exactly where my mom lives, but my mom lives kind of between where I live and Claremont. And so we were going to hang out anyway. So why not make $100? So I drove out there and I ended up refinancing with them. So I went from 2.99 with Toyota to 1.99% with Claremont Toyota. And they gave me $100 just for going and seeing if they could refinance my loan. They got me that $100. Then I actually think I refinanced with a credit union called Connecta. I don't remember. Kinecta Connecta Credit Union. because I had started to hear that credit unions could give you a better rate. And I want to say that I refinanced, or maybe they got bought out by First Entertainment. I don't know. But I ended up paying like 1.69% interest. So I've been reading like people paying over 8% interest. We're all looking at the First Entertainment Credit Union website right now. And this says reduce your rate, use promo code BYR 2022, which stands for beat your rate. It's available for auto refinance loans only. Some restrictions may apply. The loan must fund by August 31st, 2022 to qualify. Must use promo code BYR. This is stupid. Hey, First Entertainment Credit Union, you've got some conflicting information here. It says must use promo code BYR 2021, although up here it says 2022. You can also, First Entertainment Credit Union, you can fund me. I'll catch mistakes like this for you. Anyway, not valid with any other auto loan offer or promotion. Existing First Entertainment auto loans are ineligible. So if you're already with this credit union, you're not eligible for this offer, but you could try a different credit union. Let's just see what happens. I have a feeling it's going to like ask me for a lot of information. But even though like my car is paid off, so I don't necessarily need to do this. I like kind of going through this so that you guys can see it. I went into a physical location when I refinanced my car with First Entertainment. And what prompted me to do it is like, I was like, oh, I got such a good rate. I got to, even when I was with Toyota, I was like, I'm only paying 2.99% interest, which is a good rate. And then when I refinanced with Claremont Toyota, I was like, oh, I got an even better rate. And then my coworker was like, I'm only paying 1.69%. And I was like, what? Wait, what? Where? And he was like, First Entertainment Credit Union. And I promptly got my caboose over there. And I was like, how much can you refinance my car for? So the Reyes family, stimulus checks are coming out in October. Oh, hi, Romaine. I was late today too. Hi, Bonnie. Yeah, so I don't know if I'm gonna, oh, dang it. We don't need this insurance. Okay, so this is the auto loan refinancing, and you can do all these things. Again, you don't have to be a member yet. So let's just click I'm not a member yet. Let's say that we want an auto loan. Lease, buyout, purchase, refinance. You guys, I don't want you to refinance and cash out. So we're going to select refinance. Vehicle type. Let's just go with an auto or pickup truck. Vehicle make. Let's say that you guys have not a Ferrari. We're going to go, I don't know what you guys drive. We'll go with a Lexus, but guys, I don't think I would turn in the Lexus and get something cheaper. Oh, that's not going to work. We're going to have to use my car but we'll just say, Tesla. We're just going to say, I want to pick Tesla just to pick it, but let's not do that. And then let's say that we have a Corolla. That's not what I drive, but let's just say, because the Corolla is a really popular model. And then let's say that you bought it in 2020, right when all this started. Let's say you got 15,000 miles on it, because we didn't drive as much. Oh, vehicle value. No clue. So let's call it $18,000. Let's just say we need to refinance 19,000. Let's say for whatever reason the car we owe more than it's worth. Loan term. A lot of people have 72-month loans, but in 2020, that would mean that you've already been paying it off for a little while. So we don't want to choose another 72 months, or I wouldn't recommend that. So let's go with 60. So that estimated payment based on a 2.5% interest rate. Actual monthly payment and interest rate may vary depending on your credit score. And then it'll also help you, like you could put in your desired monthly payment and then like it can help you. And again, you don't need to be a member of this bank yet. Okay, now, Mel, if you want to tell me your car. Okay, so yes, the stimulus check is the same thing as a gas rebate check. They're changing it. So they're now calling it the middle class inflation stimulus check. And that is the same as the gas rebate check. So there's no more gas rebate. And now it is the I can make a sentence right after I have coffee. Maybe I can't. Anyway, gas rebate check and the middle class income inflation stimulus check are now the same thing. And Rhea's family. So if you guys, I know your family, I know I've got kids. So if you filed your taxes married, filed jointly, and you've got the dependents, you would get $1,050 back. If you filed separately, it might work different. And that's if your combined income was less than $150,000. Okay, guys, please check out the credit unions in terms of refinancing your car. Like, I think everyone should do that, whether you're in danger of losing your car to repossession or not. Like, you should always be lowering your bills. We've got to come up with like an acronym. Oh, no, I didn't eat all my Mr. Beast chocolate. There's some left in there. So I'm going to break off another piece. I'm tired. Okay. I'm not used to working the night shift anymore. Anyway, okay. A child tax credit. I haven't heard about that for California. Florida is doing it that way. So Florida is going to be giving out stimulus checks, and that's how they're doing it. Mel, can you refinance your lease? So let's pop back over here into the First Entertainment Credit Union site. Let's say that you're going to do your lease buyout. Sorry, I'm talking with my mouth full. We're going to say it's still an auto pickup or truck. Let's say that you bought it new. Let's say that we know the make and model. Let's still go with this Toyota Corolla in 2020. Let's say it was $18,000 down payment amount. I don't know. Let's say you put $500 down. And we're going to request a loan of $19,000, and we still want to pay it off in those 60 months. Continue. It's still saying $337, but it looks like, let's say we want to pay $299. Well, then they want all your personal information, but it is a really easy process. And I did need, when I refinanced my car with First Entertainment, I did need to like open a savings account with them, and like they made me put $5 in a savings account the whole time. So anyway, let me look. I don't think there's a child tax credit coming. Okay, here's the next thing. Florida stimulus. Okay. So this is so funny. All right. Let's do the CBS News one. Some Florida families with kids will get a $450 inflation relief check. So Florida actually going to be giving out bigger stimulus checks than here in California. So some Florida families are set to receive checks of $450 per child to offset the impact of pop-up ads when you're browsing the internet. Per child to offset the impact of surging inflation and help them afford supplies for the upcoming school year, according to state officials. About 59,000 families That's not a lot of families. Let's Google. Let's close this ad. We'll Google on my phone, I guess. How many California or how many Florida residents? How many Florida population? Let's do that. Florida population. Florida population 2022. So there's 22 million. It's the third largest state in the country. Of course, that includes Florida population demographics. So what we really probably need is adults. Sorry, then I'm just scrolling my phone. Nope, it's not. Why would it give me that? I should have just Googled this, but and shared the screen. But basically, my point is 59,000 families out of a population that big is not that many. So let's read more about who they're going to give it to. So 59,000 families will get the checks, which are one-time payments. To be eligible, people must have met one of the following qualifications as of July 1st, according to a statement from the Florida Department of Children and Families. You need to be a foster parent, a relative caregiver, a non-relative caregiver, families receiving temporary assistance for needy families, cash assistance, also known as welfare, or participants in the guardianship assistance program. These payments will be funded with $35.5 million in Governor Ron DeSantis's budget, which the state said would have reverted to the federal government if the awards hadn't been made. So that money would have gone back to the federal government if they didn't do that. The checks should arrive before Florida's back to school sales tax holiday between July 25th and August 7th. So that's interesting. So Florida is going to get their stimulus money out to their residents before people in California. Okay. Some states are providing tax rebates and other payments to families in order to offset the hottest inflation in 40 years, which has raised the cost of everything from gas to groceries. The Florida effort will likely help many of the state's most needy families, given it's targeting parents on welfare and those with foster children. At the same time, $450 is far from enough to cover the impact of rising inflation, with one analyst estimating that families are spending about $2,000 more on gasoline due to higher prices. Other states are also directing payments to families to help offset the cost of inflation. Notably, California is directing inflation relief checks of up to $1,050 to 23 million residents after its governor signed a $308 billion state budget that includes funding for the payments. California drivers face the highest fuel cost in the U.S., with the average price for a gallon of gas in the state at $5.79 on Friday, about 30% higher than the national average. And for Florida, the residents don't need to apply for the checks, which have been mailed directly to the recipients, according to officials. Oh, those checks I guess people are already getting those checks, which is kind of cool. Okay. How do I find about finding a new job with all these layoffs? I still think it never hurts to look, and it never hurts to have your resume ready. Always be looking for opportunities, right? And I think what we really learned during the pandemic is that no job is really, really secure. You never know what the future holds, right? I was with a company for 25 years when I decided to leave. But part of it was, I don't know what they could have done differently during the pandemic, right? We couldn't stay open. But the quickness that they just let us get laid off without very much caring communication about what was going on, it didn't feel good, And then when we went back to work, everybody is taking on more responsibility, I think. And I think that's tough. And I understand it. Businesses lost a lot of money being closed and now like buying PPE, personal protection equipment for everybody. Masks are coming back. So then you have to supply those for your staff and for customers who forget them. There's extra cost like sanitizing things. And I don't think that any of that was easy. So I guess my point is, even at your current job, you never know what's going to happen. And that's why, even though I'm not doing it as much, like I really still want to do YouTube. Like I would really love to make it a career, right? But I'm struggling balancing working my regular job and doing YouTube. And YouTube's not making me enough to like quit my regular job right now. And plus, like I just signed up for a new regular job. So like I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. Like I'm there to like help them, be successful and get on their feet and like be amazing. But you just never know what the future holds. So I think don't let fear hold you back from trying something new, especially if that something new sounds like an opportunity. So it's scary to leave something familiar and try something new. And I'm still experiencing that since I left my job of 25 years, right? But I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I challenged myself. And I think that should anything happen to me and this job, that this just makes me better prepared to go out and find the next job. So if something sounds appealing to you, go for it, because even an old job could lay you off as well. So why not try a new job? But I mean, also try to leave your old job in good standing. Give them a proper 2-week notice, like talk to them about why you're leaving. Maybe there's a middle ground that you can meet your current employer at where they could work with you a little bit. So I think it doesn't hurt to ask, but definitely like leave your current job in good standing so that if something happens at a new job, that like the door is open for them to maybe either take you back or help you find something else if they know of another opportunity. That would be my recommendation. But don't stop exploring other opportunities. Andrew, I can't remember. You said your Lexus is paid off, right? Because we just went through credit union rates for refinancing cars. And they are cheap. I think it said 2.5% at a credit union. So guys, you've got to check out refinancing your car with a credit union. Please, please, please. And if your car payments are just like really out of control and you're leasing, see if you can trade that lease in early. And like if you're leasing a Lexus, and Andrew, I'm pretty sure yours is paid off. But if you're leasing a Lexus, maybe trade that in. Buy a Kia Forte, buy a used Honda Civic, buy a used Toyota Corolla, buy something that will help you lower your car payment and also own it. Why I don't like leases, right? My old coworker, he always leased I think he has a Lexus right now. It's got custom plates on it. And like, no shade in this, but he was like the guy tearing tickets and selling popcorn, and he wasn't applying to be a manager or to get promoted or anything like that. And I think that when the staff are driving nicer cars than the managers, like it might mean, I don't know his whole financial picture, but it might mean that he's overspending a little bit. And I would always tell him that. I would always lecture him. And I think he, I think he liked that. We're still friends on Instagram. I don't know. He might not like the lectures, but he listened. And I think he appreciated it, because in the long run, I was trying to look out for him and his financial future. And like I would do it playfully. I don't know how to explain it, but anyway. So I would be like, you need to trade that car. Are you still driving that Lexus? I was like, get out of that thing. And he's like, no, Shelly, I'm going to trade it in 2 years. And I was like, when are you going to get that thing paid off? The thing with the lease is it's never really yours. And that's how they get you. Oh, you could get a new car every 2 years. Do you know how nice it is to not have a car payment? It is very nice. Like, I don't want to constantly be turning in a car every 2 years and never have it paid off. Um, yeah. Okay, Andy, I'm doing well. I'm a little tired. That's okay. And I will say hi to my mom for you. Mel, my company is trying to make us go back. You've stayed there a while, but now I'm ready. It doesn't feel good being there. Yeah, and that's the thing. And Mel, I have to say though, new company, same problems, right? As long as you're, ooh, I've got a dust bunny that attracted my attention. It's a big old dust bunny. But anyway, it's not necessarily going to be any better. The grass isn't always greener on the other side. It might not feel any better being somewhere else. But what I would encourage you to ask yourself is, could it feel the same, i.e., not good, somewhere else where they would pay you more? Because if the answer is yes, if you can find more by leaving and getting a new job, that's when I would recommend doing it. The problems that companies are facing, I think most companies are in similar boats. I think most customer service facing jobs are facing shortages of workers and just people, I don't know how to describe it. People who are over it a little bit. They're over with dealing with the public. They're over like really working hard for someone else. So I don't necessarily know if those things go away when you go to a new company, but it makes it a lot nicer if you're making a little bit more money. And then hopefully you can contribute to change if your new company is like that. Okay. Andrew says, I'm glad gas prices are going down a little bit. Hope it continues. Yeah, me too. Joel, the crazy thing is that IKEA has the same bells. Oh, IKEA, I think is what you mean to say, has the same bells and whistles as luxury brands. Luxury cars are only about the status and brand recognition. Yes. And guys, if your friends are hanging out with you because of the label on your car, I think those aren't good friends, you know? Get like an old reliable car that will go till over 300,000 miles and drive it into the ground. Yes, Kia, I figured that out. And there's no shame in driving a Kia, a Ford Focus, a Toyota Yaris, Toyota Corolla, a Hyundai. I don't know what their cheapest model is. Something to get you from point A to point B reliably, right? The only time my mom has ever recommended me to like replace a car is if my current car is like breaking down frequently, because she does want me to be safe on the road. She knows that a lot of times I work nights, and so she wants my commute to be safe. And oh, I saw a bad accident on the freeway yesterday. That always like just breaks my heart, and then also simultaneously like makes me feel very grateful for my life. It was a real bad one, and I hope those people are okay. I didn't see the accident, but I saw the aftermath, and it was just like an empty car with no lights on in the middle of the 110 freeway at like probably 1:15 a.m. And then another car kind of like smashed into the center divider. So hopefully those families are okay and safe. Mel, our company doesn't want to hear about childcare or anything else. Lots of coworkers can't come back because of inflation. Yeah, that's another interesting point. A lot of people moved far away from their old employers. They moved so that, the cost of living would be more affordable, and, they were working remotely. My friend that's renting my garage to do work from home, they're kind of facing the same thing. They're like, Shelly, it's so dumb that they're trying to make us go back. We've literally been, working from home for 2 years. So obviously we're not actually needed in the office. So why are they making us do that? So that's another thing. But I will say, so now that my friend is only working out of my garage like 3 days a week. and they're back in the office 2 days a week. And there is some benefit, I think, in just being around other people, having that different energy, having like a change in like your environment, I think is good. Oh, Mel, dude, the 110 freeway, I'm so glad that you're okay. The 110 freeway is kind of scary there in downtown. I was also really grateful yesterday. Yesterday I got talk. You guys, I don't know if you know, I think this is a requirement for YouTube, but I like talking to people, right? And I'm just really, even though I'm reading your comments, I'm sort of just like talking to myself here for like an hour, sometimes an hour and a half. So I got to talking with one of my coworkers last night. And so I left work late, and I wasn't mad about it or anything. I knew I was going to be tired for this morning's live, and I was late to this morning's live. But when I saw that accident, I, one, was worried about the people involved in the accident. Two, was grateful, that I wasn't involved in it. But three, the thought did cross my mind. Like, I don't know what made me leave work later, but like, is part of the reason why I'm okay because I stopped and had that conversation with my coworker. It's just very interesting, kind of like the way life works, like, what if I would have left a little earlier? Would I have been part of that accident? Anyway, so I'm grateful that I wasn't. Okay. Andrew, I'm keeping my Lexus. I know you are, but it's paid off, right? Yeah. Don't get a new car payment. If your Lexus is running good, drive it into the ground. I thought I remembered that yours was paid off. Alex, if you have a high mileage car, but it's very reliable, run that thing to the ground as far as you can possibly take it. 100% agree. Definitely agree. And I think I've told this story before, but so my old car had 300,000 miles on it. And when I bought the new one, they called me the next day and they were like, "Are you happy with your car?" And I was like, "Call me in 15 years and I have 300,000 miles on it. And if it lasts that long, then I'll be happy." And the goal, guys, is for my car, even though I have a picture of a Tesla as my screensaver on my phone, because I do kind of want a Tesla. And by kind of, I mean like I really want a Tesla. This is a Model S. I wouldn't be able to afford the Model S, but hey, dream big. But really the realistic goal is for my car to run until my house payments are done. And this is the frustrating thing about life, even when you're on the road to trying to make $1 million, because I'm not going to have like $1 million in my bank account. I might have $1 million in net worth, and that's mostly just going to be because of my house increasing in value. And so that's it's not meaningless. It's important, but that's not money I can go out and spend. That would only be profitable when I'm ready to sell the house, or if I wanted to take a loan against the house, which I don't want to do. But I'm hoping that my car lasts until my house is paid off, and then probably my house payment is going to have to roll right back into like a car payment. So I think I have about a little less than 5 years left on my house payments. So I need my current Toyota Prius C that has about 106,000 miles on it. I need that to last me another 5 years. Mel's talking about how they're wanting to transfer California to all electric vehicles by 2030. Mel, I think that's only for new car purchases, though. I don't think it's like, oh, they're going to make everybody that has some other type of car, like take them off the road. Romaine says, "We can't afford to go back to the office and commute with these gas prices. Employers need to get back on the working at home program." Yeah, that's a good point as well. Like, it's going to be a lot more expensive to go back to work. Mel is agreeing with you. The higher ups don't care. If you can't afford gas and childcare, what are you supposed to do? It's definitely really tricky. Yeah, I'm also glad, Mel, that you're okay. You won't do freeways anymore, especially the 110 with all of the tiny on and off ramps. And yeah, with gas prices, working is very hard. Guys, since a lot of you are from Southern California, this seems like a good time to remind you guys about the life Metro Transportation Program. So that stands for Low Income Fare is Easy. Life Transportation Program. So 90 days, like basically free Metro rides. So check that out. Something else that I wanted to Google while we're here is the food stamp situation. Are the extra food stamps going to continue in 2022? Let's do that one. Is California issuing extra SNAP for June? Yeah. They've requested and been approved by the USDA to issue CalFresh emergency allotments for the month of June. And then those would be paid in July, so those have probably already been paid. Okay. Let's read this one. This is from July 14th. So I think July is paid out in August. Let's read California. California's extra food stamps, July 2022. California has been added to the list of states that are extending their extra food stamp program in July of 2022. However, there are no updates on the USDA website regarding when those emergency allotments will be deposited into the accounts of SNAP beneficiaries in California. I thought at some point this was going to stop, but it does look like we're getting them for July. So those will hit in August. How long will extra food stamps last in CA? Emergency allotments, CalFresh benefits increased because of COVID. Let's look at this one. Apparently I've clicked that before. This is for, oh no, EBT scams. Emergency allotment. If you haven't, okay. July 17th, EBT replacement, new applicants, interview waivers. Also, if you haven't applied for food stamps yet, you should definitely apply. Okay, I can't quickly find the information that I was looking for. Anyway, okay. Oh. Yeah, the 110 freeway is dangerous. Linda, I want the Model S Tesla Sporty. It is sporty, but it's also pricey. Oh, you fixed up, and Mel, you fixed up your resume and you're exploring new opportunities. All right, well, make sure to check out the video that I did with the HR plug. She had some really interesting things to say about resumes, and that was a fun video to make. I think I'm going to head out today, you guys. I hope I'm able to make it tomorrow. Last week, I had intended to stream Monday night at 9, and then I found myself, I looked up at the clock, and it was like 9:15 at work, and I was like, well, I guess I'm not streaming tonight. So tomorrow, I'm going to try and stream, but if my work schedule gets in the way, I won't be able to do it. But thank you guys for stopping by today and watching Shelly's Millions. Let me know if you guys refinance your car. Oh, Mel, for the low-income fare is easy, or for CalFresh? Let's just do CalFresh. Hold on. I'm going to leave the CalFresh link. You guys also know that I like Yada Bank, and get your, I think it's 6 free stocks right now. It's 6 free stocks right now with Webull. So I just dropped a link to the DPSS HR. What is the HR? Oh, the HR plug. Okay, yes. Let me get you that. I also just drop links for like looking up information about food stamps. I just dropped links for the low income fare is easy. And yes, yeah, please let me find you the link to that video with the HR plugin. She was so sweet, and follow her channel. This video I put out like a while ago. So where's the little share button? What? Oh my God, we might have to listen to it for a second. Here we go. Copy link. Hopefully that worked. Okay. Thank you. Okay, Romaine, beautiful Shelly. Thank you for keeping us informed with the latest news. Stay safe and enjoy your day. You as well. All right. Now about student loans. I haven't, but let's Google it real quick before I head out. Student. And is there something specific you want me to look into? Because I'm really wanting to get back to making more videos, more like regular videos. Lots of different articles. So this is from the Federal Trade Commission. Limited waiver for student loan forgiveness ends October 31st. That's from the Federal Trade Commission. Then NPR, loan forgiveness may be closed for students claiming borrower defense. Biden, 15 hours ago, Biden is delaying release of income-driven student loan repayment plan. And then Yahoo Finance student loan forgiveness. This new waiver makes it simpler than ever. Let's do the insider one. I can't remember if this is going to have a pop-up. Biden's education of department is delaying the release of a student loan repayment plan intended to lower your monthly bills. The education department is delaying the release of a new income-driven repayment plan for student loans. A spokesperson told Insider the proposal will be in a separate package and unveiled at a later date. Advocates are concerned this is pushing back needed reforms to plans for low-income borrowers. President Joe Biden's education department is in the process of finalizing rules that will bring relief to millions of student loan borrowers, but a proposal released to lower monthly bills is being pushed back. Income-driven repayment, IDR plans were created to give borrowers affordable monthly payments based on the income they bring home, with the promise of loan forgiveness after 20 or 25 years, depending which plan they are on. God, that's a long time. But the plans have come under scrutiny over the past years due to complicated paperwork requirements that shut out many borrowers eligible for the plans. A recent NPR investigation revealed that some loan companies had failed to track borrowers' payments, pushing... Oh, dang it. Well, we read. Anyway, it's delayed. Looks like it's delayed, guys. Okay. Biden will address it on 8/31. Okay, I will keep my eye out for that. That's almost a month away. And I'll look more into that. I'm going to try and make some videos. I cleaned my little white... Oh, hi, I love podcast. I was just about to stop. I'm just about to pop off, but pop out. I'm about to end today's live. But always nice to see you. And today's chat was smaller, but I always I enjoy those of you who do stop by. Thank you so much for continuing to support the channel and my erratic schedule. Is where thing all right, huh? This thing's okay. What thing? Is where thing all right? Is everything all right? I'm tired. But other than that, everything's good. And today is my day off. Tomorrow I get to meet the owner of my location, so I'm excited. Yeah, and I will check the 8/31 student loan forgiveness. That's a month away, a little over a month away, 6 weeks. All right, you guys, I am gonna head out today. Thank you guys so much for watching Shelly's Millions. I'll see you next time.